Understandable smooth shit that murderers move with. Understandable smooth shit.
POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into.
You know what time it is. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, folks. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
That knock,
Ooh la la,
that bounce.
ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la,
As soon as you hear it.
ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la.
You know the motherfucking vibes. Yeah, kid. That feeling on a Tuesday got the club going up on a Tuesday. What up, folks? How y'all doing and all that? Happy Tuesday to you on the back. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to everybody that's rocking. You know the vibes. Now rolling. POPAVIST TV. Real, raw, unscripted, authentic. That feeling, yes. You know how we do. Transformation Tuesdays and all that. What you working on, how you working it, and is it working for you? We all is. Let's get right to it. We got some shit to get into before I go to the gym. I'm hyped up right now. Like I'm hyped up because I'm about to go to the gym and I'm trying to stay consistent. But I'm also hyped up because we got a lot of quick topics to get to today. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody that be leaving me comments talking about what I should and shouldn't talk about, and also giving me ideas and things how I can make the show better and move forward. You know, we still relatively new beginning channel, which I want to say this real quick to everybody that's started a new YouTube channel, or if you're just getting on social media with your content or whatever, and the views is a little low, you know what I mean? That don't mean that you don't have good content just because your views is low. It only means that you're just getting your feet wet, that you're just starting. You can have the best content in the world. It may not go viral right away like you want it. It may not pop and go, all the way up to the top. People could be real finicky. They like what they like, and sometimes we just stay, rocking with what we already been rocking with. We may not give something else a new chance. So if you're one of those content creators, and I don't really look at myself like as a content creator, to keep it a buck. I'm just kicking it, you know what I mean? This shit is fun for me. I be energized, I like it, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing it. But if you like really trying to create shit and you doing skits, or you got stuff that's scripted or following a certain formula, then it's cool, you know what I mean? Like I said, since I've been on YouTube or, been diving in, I subscribe and follow a lot of people. I'm not watching every single thing. I mean, there's only but so much time in the day, and I do still have other things that I have to get to, other things that I do in the day besides just sit here, you know what I mean, drinking my little coffee, tea, Hennessy, whatever it is, talking about Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now, you know what I mean? And we are in the end game. And that is the good coffee. So you just may be low on the totem pole, because I see on the other channels, some of them that's popping. Like I said, I follow a lot of them now. They like, your low views and your low views and this and this and that. And, they built a platform, so kudos to them. Salute to them. They put the work in. Me as a person that's been doing a video every day, sometimes 2 videos if I got the time. It's hard. It's hard work. And again, I don't feel like I'm a content creator. I'm just kicking it about sports and music, shit that I love anyway, and giving gambling tips on stuff that I do every day. This is what I do every day. So this is not like, it's not work to me. You know what I mean? Keep it a buck. But again, if you like writing stuff down, or you need other people, or you creating a different type of content, or you trying to put something out there that's fresh and new, and your views is low and you're not paying for advertisement, or you haven't gotten the back office yet with your shit, yeah, your views might be a little low until you keep working to show that you're consistent, and if people like the stuff that you're putting out, because that does matter. It's like music. It does matter if you in the music business. it does matter on the type of music you're going to put out. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit because I can't wait to get to that. I'm saying really got no topic for today. This is just a couple of rants and quick points. All right, let's get to last night's game. We came up on here and we was like, yo, Alabama should win. And they cleaned up. And I was like, I'm going to take Ohio and bet on Ohio with that 9. I wish I wouldn't have bet Ohio with the 9. But I lost a little measly $50 on Ohio. And they got smacked. Like, first play of the game, first couple of plays, you know, one of their best players went out the game with a shoulder injury. And that's when I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those games. Plus, Justin Fields wasn't all the way 100% anyway. But now that the game is over, yes, Nick Saban is the best. He's the greatest college football coach. He obviously passed the legendary Coach Bryant. And, I mean, his resume speaks for itself. So you could say what you want, the distractors, the haters, this and that. My only caveat about Nick Saban is kind of like with Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want to take away from the X's and O's and the great mind that Phil is, that Nick Saban is. But obviously, you cannot deny the fact, in my opinion, and you can leave your opinion as far as if you think I'm right or I'm wrong, like which side you fall on. When you got the best players or the most of the best players, you got to say it's a pool of 1,000 people. When they be putting these rankings up with the, you know, he's the number 4th running back or he's the number 2 running back out of 1,000. And, you know, when you got in the top 10 and 20 people on your team for the skill positions, the key positions, you're going to have success. And I'm not taking nothing away from him because you still have to coach them up. You still have to put them in position to win. So all that matters. But when you got the best talent, that matters as well. With that being said, they got Trevor Lawrence, who like we all thought anyway, or at least what, you know, ESPN and the other big networks been saying who should come out number 1. You know, you got the Todd McShays and the, you know, and the Mel Kipers and all that. This is what they do. They dive in, they analyze all of the pieces, and then they put the mock drafts up. And I'm sure that's a tedious job. I'm sure they love it, but to look at all the plays and look at the film and dissect and all that, I got to be like, whew, good luck with that. But taking what they say because they're doing the work. They got Trevor Lawrence at 1, and then now they're saying Justin Fields is dropping to 5, which probably could be the best thing for him if he goes to New England, because that's what they're saying. But then they got the BYU quarterback, number 2, but then you got Mac Jones as the number 5 quarterback. So let's see, he won the Heisman last year, right? Or he won the Heisman since he's been quarterbacking for the Alabama Crimson Tide. He was in the race this year, but the wide receiver, Devontae Smith, and he had a tremendous game yesterday. He balled out on him, like, first half. Like, he did some shit I ain't never seen before. And to be small and his size, like, he really showed out. But I'm just thinking, if you was the defensive coordinator for Ohio, why are you not doubling him, taking him out the game? Why are you not hitting him hard on the plays that you could hit him hard on and get him up out of there? And then he ended up getting injured and he hurt his hand, but the game was out of reach by then. You got Mac Jones. Why is he not number 1 or number 2? He beat Justin Fields. So that goes to show my point. Like, he's good. Obviously, he's a champion, 2-time champion, and a Heisman Trophy winner, and was in the run-ins. I think he won the Heisman. I'll probably have to look at that, but I'm most certain that he won one. Why is he not considered the top draft pick? He was on the best program. He was under the best coach, right? So just like with Tua, he was on Nick Saban, but they saying, give him time. He didn't look that spectacular this year. I thought he had a good season just to be a rookie. And you got to give people time to grow. But what y'all think? Do y'all think the Jets should take y'all think they should take Devontae Smith with the number 2? Obviously, Max Kellerman don't think so. I don't think they should take him either. But not why his reasons is. I don't want to spend too much time on that. But like I said, the game was phenomenal. It went over, you know what I mean? But I just was wrong as far as taking Ohio. So yeah, when I'm wrong, just like everybody else. I don't come on like, this and that. You're wrong. Moving on, Doug Peterson, you're out of here. Do you ever think about when you out of here? Fly record and video, out of here. $1 million, like, you know what I mean? KRS-One, you out of here. Did I think they was going to fire him? Not really. I thought they was going to probably try to trade Wentz or do something with the quarterback because I'm about to say beef, but it ain't no beef. They just been having, like, he's not really feeling what happened, being reduced to the backup and, you know, wanting to be the starter, getting all that money, feeling like he should be the starter regardless. And I dig it, competitor. But we all know he had a bad season. So Doug Peterson did what he's supposed to do. He benched him, put Jalen Hurts in until the last game. And maybe that's, well, I'm not going to say that's why they fired him in the last game, because I'm sure it came from up top, like, yo, get a look at these other quarterbacks, so the third stringer, like, get him in the game, even though it was essentially a playoff game. And because of that, the New York Giants didn't get in. But that's neither here nor there either. Where should he go? They talking about they're looking at Todd Bowles. I don't know about those moves, but what y'all think about that? Now it's seven vacancies open in the NFL. You know what I mean? We'll see, and we'll see. Quick note on the NBA, because a couple of people been hitting me like, yo, you know, who I like, who I bet on, who, you know, am I following the games? Because I haven't really been doing a lot of videos on the NBA because it just started, and like I said, you know, playoffs. Don't talk to me about playoffs. The NFL playoffs is here, and NFL was king, and NBA just started. Like, we got a whole, we could rock out with them. I have been following, yes. And what I've been noticing is that obviously because they not inside the bubble, a lot of COVID cases is popping up. So you can bet on the game, and I've been advising people to not really bet on the game, or if you betting on the games, don't do a lot of parlays because you're going to lose that way. One, you shouldn't do a lot of parlays anyway. If you watch the other video I did, then you already know the best method of betting is to bet on one game or two games at tops. 3 if you being greedy. Anything after 3, your percentages go way, way down because it's just too hard to beat Vegas when they on the fucking bat line. Like, a couple days ago, my arms is feeling that pain from, you know what I mean? Feeling that pain from yesterday. You had Philly play, and they've been ravished by the COVID. But when it first hit, I was about to say Steph Curry, but Seth Curry, Curry's brother, he's on the bench, and they removed him from the game once they found out. So this is going to be a season until, like, they get herd immunity, and all the teams get it, I guess. And they don't have to worry about it no more unless you can get reinfected when there's still so much information coming out. You know what I mean? It's spooky out here in all these streets with the vaccine, with the mutation and different strands and all that. So you're going to have that where until everybody gets herd immunity within the NBA, you're going to have postponements. You're going to have players maybe even in the game and they get pulled in the game. And then you're going to see those spreads fluctuate between small to balloon, depending on who's playing and who's not playing. Atlanta just beat Philly. They was favored by 7. They ain't had no players, Philly. Atlanta spanked them by like 20. Easy, you know what I mean? And that normally probably wouldn't happen, but because they don't got no players, that's what's gonna happen. So Lee, who you like, who you betting on, who you think I should take tonight? I be giving pause for cause because it's like I'm not even gonna probably put my money, my low 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 on certain games because you still trying to feel it out. The season is bright, like it's just still starting. So, you know, there's no need to dive all the way in. I'm trying to learn and watch and see what's going on. There's still some players I didn't even know was on certain teams too. I'm watching on, you know, the NBA package, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot they traded him or he got moved to this team because it's still early and I haven't been watching full focus. But that's just that tidbit. All right, let's get to what I want to talk about. You know what I mean? Those are the quick hits. We're going to talk about this rap shit. Like, we're going to talk about this rap shit like Nas said on Hiphop is Dead. You want to talk about this rap shit. You want to talk about these cars. You want to talk about these homes. You know what I mean? I was on that Hiphop is Dead album. And I was Carry On Tradition when he started the song. But I told y'all the other day, like when Joe was talking about when him, Big, and they all, and Buster, they all knew that Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See was a hit. You know when shit is a hit and you know when shit is not a hit. Like, if you a new artist, and I just had this happen, I haven't had the chance to tell the person that I'm talking about right now, but I'm gonna get on the bat line and I'm gonna let them know, like, yeah. So they let me hear some shit. They about to come out with a song, and it's alright. You know what I mean? Like, they're a good rapper. It's a good beat. You know what I mean? And it's a good song, but it's not a hit song. It's not like to me, it's not a kick the door in single song. You know what I mean? Like, when you coming into the game, like, just think of some of your favorite artists, and then, well, I can't even say that because who knows who some of your favorite artists is. Just think of Nas, right? Me and Ham just spoke about him. The first time we heard him was on Live at the Barbecue, and you know how he just came in the door. Streets disciple, my rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs from my brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage, I lead a microphone split. Play Mr. Tuffy while I'm on some pretty tone shit. Verbal assassin, my architect cheeses. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. Like, coming in the game with bars. Not, you know, I got the bricks. Like, I just did the video. If you seen the other video about mob style that I did and the precedent that they set. All this shit, a lot of these artists is talking about, whether they doing it, did it, or not. It's like the gang shit. Everybody's ganged up. Everybody got bricks. Everybody sold bricks. Everybody did robberies and sticks. And again, I don't know their personal lives, and this is on a broad scale. This is generalizing, so I'm not giving a name like boom, somebody particular, because it's a broad umbrella. But if you listen, you do hear what I'm saying. If not, then point out some people that's not doing that. And if you can point them out, they're going to be in the rare category, or they're going to be in rare company, because it's probably a very few of them. But most of this shit is drug shit, gang shit, kill shit. And it's like, that's cool, because I love hip hop like that too. I come up off that, so I'm not knocking that. I work out in the gym off it. I could ride around with it, especially if it's done in the fly way and you got style, you got flow, you got charisma. It don't sound the same as everybody else. Yeah, I could all the way rock with it. But when it's just like pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, like, you 20 years old, you out there with bricks, you may be involved in some gang shit. If you 20 years old, 22 years old, 23, 24, 25, yeah, you may still be on that wave. You may think that's the cool wave, and that's cool if that's what you doing, because that's your life. You got to live your life, and we all got to live ours. But you ain't got the bricks. You ain't, doing certain things. So now, like I told y'all in the other video, the mystique of the artist is taken away, because we can get on social media and see you. Transparency, like, we can see you and you can see us. So we see that you 19, that you 20, that you 23. We see that you in the studio, we see you posting up when you outside or whatever you're doing. And so we could get a better read on you, a better feel on you. And whether right or wrong, we can judge you better. Like, oh, I see what it is. We know you're not doing certain things. So why is that even the message? Like, and I give you another example. That was Nas' first verse, and we already know his legacy is solidified as one of the best, if not the best, in a lot of people's minds. He's the best, or he's one of the best. Top 3, no debating about it. If you think he's not in the top 3, then I definitely want to hear who you think is better. Cool. Fucking Special Ed, when he came out. Hit record. I got it made. 1920, I'ma say. And I ain't go Google it, nothing. It's off the head. It's be authentic, unscripted. That feeling. When he came out, I was a youngin' listening to his shit. Golden era. His first bars and his first single, I Got It Made. No drug dealer shit, no killing, no none of that. He came in the game like, I'm your idol, your highest title, numero uno. I'm not a Puerto Rican, but I'm speaking so that you know. And understand I got the gift to speak, and it's a blessing. So listen to the lesson I teach. I cork sense to dents to the form of a poem. From the knowledge on to the top of my dome, I'm kind of young, but my tongue speaks maturity. I'm not a child. I don't need nothing but security. I get paid when my records is played. To put it short, I got it made. Like, and the beat, if you know, you know. Boom, 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 like hit. Play it today, people still gonna dance. I'm talented. Yes, I'm gifted. Never boosted, never shoplifted. I got the cash, but money ain't nothing. Making $1 million every record that I cuttin'. My name is special. You know what I mean? Like, certain rappers, they come in the game. You know what I mean? The Big Daddy Kanes, and we could go on and on and on to the Redmans. They just wasn't coming with that, you know what I mean? The drug dealer shit, even though I told y'all mob style set a precedence for that. So it's like every time you hear, you know, these rappers and it's this, it's that, it's not really believable, I guess. So it's like if you don't believe it, you're not really buying into it. And then a lot of rappers, like I said, because they on social media, they on these mad platforms, they on every platform because that's part of selling who they are, getting their music out there, getting the people familiar with who they are so they could buy into it. We see you. We see you when you make mistakes and when you say shit you don't supposed to say and all that. Like the Meek, you know what I mean? With the bunny hopping and all that. Like, if it was no social media and it was just back then, you probably would have never seen that, not even knew anything about it. You wouldn't have seen him practicing boxing and some of the stuff that he do in his personal life outside of music. But because we all make it public with our platforms, whether little or small, yeah, we all get to peek in. And then we get to form and formulate opinions about it. And then judge you like, oh, that was some Illuminati shit, or that was some freaky shit, or that was some whatever, however you viewed it. I looked at it like, and I just kept it pushing. I didn't even care about it. Like, all right, that's what you're doing. Like, we used to play, you know what I mean, in the day room when I was locked up as an adolescent, and I was, you know what I mean, dead cockroaches, 100 push-ups on demand, or, you know, whatever it was, do something stupid. Yeah, to try to humiliate in a sense, but it was in fun and it was in play, and it was really just really just betting and losing and bragging rights. Like, all right, nigga, let me get 2 dead cockroaches, and then you gotta lay on your back or on the day table and, you know, fuck around, pretty much. So I didn't view it, you know, how other people viewed it, and I just keep it pushing. Like, when I see, you know, certain things that look funny or whatever, I just keep it pushing. But I only brought that up to say that because everything is in the media's eyes, we get to see. So certain things don't be believable. You know what I mean? Like when you like, I'm killing mad niggas, and you can have the hottest bars and songs in the world, but when we see you in real life, you know, you got the button-up shirt on or whatever. It's just not that energy. We don't really get to feel it and be convinced like that. So you know what I mean? But I said all that to say what got me in this mode is Flex. You know what I mean? Gilly the Kid and Wallow. They was on live. I jumped on their live. I'm on social media as well. Look at what they talking about. So they was doing like a Philly verse type, New York type shit. And I'm not sure how long they've been on before I jumped on. And I was playing a couple of songs. I guess the artist is from Philly, or they gonna be on a label. And it wasn't really all that to me. It sounded like Meek, you know what I mean, actually. And I guess that's the Philly sound, and that's cool, even though you can distinguish yourself and you don't really gotta sound like nobody. You know what I mean? You could be influenced, but still flip it and bounce it, like Go said, on some other shit to sound at least a little different, but it didn't. And then, you know, because they was playing it off a phone and, you know, maybe I couldn't really hear everything, but my first initial impression was like, nah, that's not it. And then Flex played some shit. Like I said, I don't know if it was a battle or whatever. And even when they finished playing their record, Flex was like, it's a good record. This is cool. But you could tell, like, I mean, when you hear that knock, like Fat Joe and them, they said they jumped off the table when they heard "Put Your Hands on My," like they jumped up off the table or whatever. What you know what I mean? The studio shit was getting under the table. They was in there dancing, feeling it, like, yo, this shit is knocking. You know what I mean? Hit you with no delayance of what you're saying, yo. Silly with the, you know what I mean? Like, you know it's different. And when Flex was listening to it, he wasn't over animated. I wasn't over animated. I'm trying to listen and like, all right, it sound like, you know what I mean? It's all right. Then Flex played some people was sounding like a knockoff of Pop Smoke, you know what I mean? Rest in peace. And it just wasn't, you know what I mean? It's like, why we always try to sound like everybody else? When back then, niggas is like, yo, I don't want nobody sounding like me or nobody from my clan. And when you came out sounding like somebody, they would put you on blast so that you could feel ashamed of doing it. Like that wasn't the wave. You was a crab MC. You was a sucker MC for doing that. You know what I mean? So I bring it up because we need to be mindful and take a look back sometimes just so we could go forward. Like, you know, some of the music out now, everything is not trash, obviously. I know I be always seeming like I be saying that. Shit is trash, throw it in the bag, like, you know what I mean? And that be my opinion. Right or wrong, whether you like it or not. Like, no yes men on this show. No, you know, dancing around for people to feel comfortable. Like Kanye said, ooh, they so sensitive. You be sensitive and that's cool. But I still have every right to say, nah, that shit is trash. Or that shit is fire, that shit is knocking. When your shit is fire and knocking, I'm going to be right on here like I be doing with the intro. Like, oh, this shit fire. And I'm going to be like this. Not getting paid off it, not getting no promotion in the back office, none of that. I like it and I rock with it because I like it. Same thing when it's trash, or I feel like, yo, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like Greenie from the morning show, what are we doing? When I hear it, it's like, man, shit's trash, bro. Or that shit sound like this, or it don't really got that feeling. I'm gonna say it as well. With no trepidations, I'm saying it. Like, my page is open on social media, and then obviously y'all welcome to leave a comment, you know, and let me know what y'all think about what I think, etc. And y'all also can hit me, you know what I mean, POPAVIST Gmail, and let me know what type of topics and stuff y'all think I should talk about more, you know what I mean? And for those that done it already, I appreciate you, I see you. I will be addressing some of those things that y'all drop, you know what I mean, in the Gmail. But with that said, why everybody sounds the same, or they think one formula because it worked for this person that is going to work for you. It may not work for you. Just because somebody got rich off selling peanuts don't mean you're going to get rich off selling peanuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean that. You could try, and maybe you will as well. You'll never know until you try. But we got to stop the sounding the same and coming with that same, you know what I mean, energy that somebody else came out with. You know what I mean? Now, if you're trying to fill a void, you know what I mean? Like they say when Pop passed, X came in at the right time. And he did. So he did benefit. But his shit still was sounding like nothing that you even heard. You know what I mean? Nothing that you even heard. Nothing at all. Like speaking, and you know what I mean? Like the voice in his head and the dog and just the whole energy, the persona, the lyrics, you know, the story of coming from where he come from. It was the classic American story. You know what I mean? Like the underdog made it to the top. And shout outs to X. I seen him the other day at the Burger House. You know what I mean? Sunday fun day, coming back from putting my bets in. He outside the Burger House getting some food and all that. You know what I mean? So shout outs to X. But just, you can get in at the right time, and you could maybe fill a void that people is, you know, missing, or they feel like, damn, this person was around, now that maybe they passed, or they not around, or they stopped making music. Now you might could jump in and do it, but still, you got to come out in your own way, like Ghost and Raekwon say, you know, be original and come out your own way. And it is what it is. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You already know it's your boy POPAVIST, POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling on a Tuesday. Let's go, let's get right.